The Gering City Council again votes against awarding a new fuel contract. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, it's back to the drawing board after the Gering City Council twice this month decided against approving a staff recommendation to award a new fuel contract to Sapp Brothers. During the first meeting in April, council members expressed concerns about fuel quality and timely delivery in case of an emergency, with Sapp Brothers having the lowest responsible bid. But several also expressed frustration the recommended bids did not come from a company with local ties. Told that local preference could not be considered, they rejected the bid on a vote of 2-6. But city engineer Annie Folk brought it back to them last week, primarily because fuel prices were rising by the day.
We contacted Sapp Brothers to make sure they would hold their bid for this meeting. We did not contact the other vendors because of the advice of legal. They said basically if we're not going to accept Sapp, they would strongly discourage us from accepting one of the bids that is not the low bid.
Dan Danzy, general manager at Sapp Brothers in Ogallala, said they deliver to the area every 2 or 3 days and addressed concerns about fuel quality.
Pull from the same pipe that the other bids are pulling from. So it's all coming from the same place, same product, same pipe. As a matter of fact, they often pull our fuel. They have in the past, not recently, but they have. So as far as quality is concerned, it's all the same.
The council again rejected the Sapp Brothers bid, this time on a vote of 3-4. Then all bids with instructions to staff to include fuel quality and emergency delivery language for new bids. Publication requirements mean the issue likely won't return to the council until late May, with City Administrator Pat Heath telling us the city is and will continue to pay close to retail fuel pricing until there's a new contract. Well, tickets are limited for the 2024 Cattlemans Ball and must be purchased by midnight tonight for the June 7th and 8th event. Since the inaugural event in 1998, the event has raised more than $19 million to fund cancer research. 90% of the proceeds go to the Buffett Cancer Center, and the remaining 10% is returned to the local community for health and wellness initiatives. Dr. Vince Bjorling told KNB News a lot of people see cancer as one disease, when in reality, there are 200 different types of cancers. He says that is one reason it takes so much research to develop new therapies.
I think the big takeaway is what cancer research does and how it's made a difference. Since 1991, there's been a 33% reduction in cancer deaths in our country. That's saved 3.8 million lives. And so everything that happens in terms of new treatments and improved treatments starts with the research. And so it's really critical that we support this research.
Again, the deadline to purchase tickets is midnight tonight, and they are available at Cattlemansball.com. We'll have more news right after the break.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome back. 2 women with alliance ties are facing felony drug charges in Scottsbluff County following an April 11th traffic stop. 20-year-old Kaya Cordell and 18-year-old Melissa Brungard are both charged with possession of meth, 28 to 139 grams, and no drug tax stamp. Court records say that after their vehicle was parked improperly on East 12th Street in Scottsbluff, officers ordered a canine search due to their previous run-ins with the law. During the search, more than 40 grams of suspected meth, 7 fentanyl pills, and more than $300 cash was discovered and seized. Last week in district court, the duo were arraigned on the charges. Cordell has a July pretrial hearing date scheduled, while Brungard with an August pretrial hearing date. Well, Governor Jim Pillen and the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency are providing updates concerning the response and recovery from a string of storms that swept through Nebraska over the weekend. Yesterday, Pillen joined Colonel John Bullock on a helicopter tour of the tornado's path, starting in northeast Lincoln and continuing up into Blair. Pillen says it's sobering to see what homeowners and property owners are dealing with, adding it will take until the snow flies before some of these communities are truly back on their feet. There have been no reports of deaths or serious injuries resulting from the devastating weather. Pillen said there is no other way to describe those areas other than they look like war zones, with the number of homes destroyed at about 450 throughout the region. And Western Nebraska Community College announcing the launch of its expanded commercial driver's license program in Sydney beginning in the fall. This expansion, made possible through a grant from the U.S. Department of Labor, helps address the growing demand for skilled commercial drivers in the region. Truck driving instruction for the expanded CDL program will take place at Floyd's Truck Center in Sydney. Classroom theory and simulator practices will be held on the WNCC Sydney campus.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
The wait is over. Ensemble entry doors exclusively from Renewal by Andersen have arrived with an incredible offer. Secure, timeless style, elegant features, customized countless ways with the legendary quality of Renewal by Andersen. Right now, you get 20% off every Ensemble entry door, no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months, no payments for a year. Please scan the QR code on your screen or visit rbawyoming.com now to book your free estimate. Ensemble entry doors, the wait is over.
Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
Here's the early week update on sports here on the TV side today. There's postseason high school soccer starting today, and with that, some changes to the boys B8 tournament schedule being held in Lexington. The two matches have been moved to Ayler Stadium there at the high school, and they now have different start times. Top seed Lexington plays Gearing at 2:30. That'll be Mountain Time, and then it's Scottsbluff playing Holdridge 30 minutes after that first match goes final. That tournament championship still scheduled for 4 o'clock Mountain Time late tomorrow afternoon. Now the girls B8 tournament, that's taking place here in town at the Landers Complex with Scottsbluff the number 1 seed. Both semifinal matches have starting times of 5 o'clock tonight. Scottsbluff takes on Holdridge, Gearing in action against Lexington. Same story for tomorrow. Championship will be at 5 o'clock at the Landers Complex. And for Cougar baseball, some changes as well to their schedule for this week. After being rained out on Saturday at McCook, those two teams are making those games up today. Then the Cougars will close out the regular season with 4 games in 3 days against NJC. A pair of single games in Sterling with a home doubleheader mixed in on Friday at Cleveland Field. The Region 9 baseball tournament, that'll start next Thursday in Colorado Colorado Springs. And let's go ahead and get to Lincoln now for the spring game fallout. Head coach Matt Rule knows all the buzz is surrounding the play of incoming freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola.
You know, the plays I liked, you know, I was usually, you don't get tongue twisted very often, but I think Dylan's had a very good spring, you know. The plays I liked, you know, I was up doing the TV at one point, you know, that one where we kicked a field goal that we missed. You could see he wanted so bad to throw the ball back across the middle of the field as he was scrambling, and he didn't. You know, the one scramble to Ian's probably a sack, you know, but he's got two hands on the ball as he's running, so it's gonna be the little things with Dylan, not the big things, right? He's got a great feel for the game. He's got a big time arm. He's calm. It's gonna be the little things. It's gonna be protecting the football, taking three, managing the game. I thought it just felt like he did a lot of those things, but he hasn't done all of them. He's grown as the spring's gone on. So he, like all the rest of our players, I think, had a chance today to just improve on what they did last week, and I thought in a lot of ways he did.
Raiola finished the day 16 of 22 for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You know, I fought back tears walking out the tunnel for the tunnel walk. Growing up as a kid, that's what I knew and that's what I watched. So being a part of it, you come out of the tunnel and you hear the song. It got heavy for me. So I'm just thankful for the fans coming out, and it was a fun experience.
Raiola said he's got a couple of days left to finish school for the semester, and then he's heading to Kansas City to work out with Patrick Mahomes and his personal trainer, Bobby Stroop. That is the latest today from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
It takes a community to keep our waters clean. Please don't let pollutants be swept and carried away into our storm drains. This can cause problems like clogged storm sewers and contaminating the area's rivers, lakes, and ponds. Non-point source pollutants are not from one source or property, but instead from many sources and properties, which can impair our waterways. Even one piece of trash can add up. Tri-City Stormwater wants you to remember, it's our water, our responsibility.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the local chapter of Habitat for Humanity celebrated the completion of their 22nd home this past weekend with a dedication and key presentation to the new owner. There were smiles all around as Idalia Salazar and her 2 young daughters accepted the keys to the house recently completed near Community Christian School in Scottsbluff. Carolyn Escamilla, chair of the committee that selects the beneficiary families, says it's always a process that brings a lot of joy.
Two of my most favorite things as the chair of the family selection is, of course, selecting the families, going over and telling them that they're the winner. I know I always shed a tear or two for happiness. And then the second favorite part is seeing the completion and watching a beautiful family get a new home.
Habitat Committee members thanked all the sponsors and volunteers that made this home a reality, saying this one may have taken a bit longer due to construction delays, but the result is still a family with a new home. Around $40,000 was raised in donations during the course of the project, and Habitat representatives say they hope they can do even better during the next home build. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.